FC and New Mexico United are both in the hunt for a response result here in Irvine, presented by Raising Cane's. In a tight Western Conference, every point is paramount, even this early in the season. Welcome one and all to the show. My name is Mark Schoenster. I'm joined by Jeff Attinella. The Western Conference, what a tight race it is forming into early on in the season. Second to last place, 10 points. Tied up at first place, 16 points. So the shifting around that's going to happen over these next few months is going to be wild. And both of these teams are going to want points whenever they can get them. And when it comes to getting points, Orange County have really enjoyed getting them here at home.
Well, what's not to enjoy about playing in this stadium? It's been very friendly to the Orange County team. 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw in their home record. And this is a place where they feel comfortable really dictating the tempo of the game, setting the pace, and really bringing the fight to any of the opponents that show up against them. So for them, the home cooking is a real thing, and tonight they're going to try their best to keep it rolling against a good New Mexico team.
And when it comes to players finding their footing for this side, our Lyuna player to watch is Lion McKinnon.
McKinnon is a player who's so dangerous in transition, and this is something that Orange County feeds off of. Look for him to receive balls over the top, and anytime that he's in front of the net, he is a prolific goal scorer. He's somebody that has Orange County very, very excited. He can score from all over the field. He's fast. He has that pace to dribble on 1v1, so he is a player to keep an eye on tonight.
And we have reasons to be bullish about tonight, but not everybody can be happy at the final whistle. Will Orange County or New Mexico flip the script? Find out up next. We have lineups, we have got kickoff, all after this break here on ESPN+.
At the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
RAV4 hybrid shoppers, listen up. You're paying more and getting less. The all-new Mazda CX-50 hybrid packs the same Toyota trusted hybrid powertrain, but delivers premium performance and more luxury. Why pay RAV4 prices when you get more with the CX-50 hybrid? And while Toyota dealers struggle with inventory, we have CX-50 hybrids in stock now at Tustin Mazda. Better tech, better value. Skip the wait. Buy a Mazda CX-50 hybrid now at Tustin Mazda. Think hybrid, think Mazda.
This match is presented by Raising Cane's, the official chicken finger of Orange County SC. As we welcome you back here to Championship Soccer Stadium, we've got some starting lineups here for you. Mark Schoenster, Jeff Attinella with you. They're presented by Zolfagari Law Firm, starting with the home side.
One change to the starting lineup that dropped that game last week to North Carolina, in a game that head coach Danny Stone said really could have gone either way. He was happy with how the team performed on the road. But number 10, Traeger, comes in up top. We have Shuttler in between the pipes. He's been a solid goalkeeper all year long, and a strong midfield with Benselkar. Number 4, Partita, Scott, and McKinnon rounding out that midfield, and a familiar back four for this Orange County team.
Meanwhile, this is what New Mexico United is trotting out with, looking to bounce back after a loss against Phoenix Rising.
Something to keep an eye on. Shakes comes in for a red card, and he's going to make it to the start tonight. Look for him on the road whenever you're a new goalkeeper coming into a lineup, you want to get your first touches in. You want to get a little bit more careful. You want to get the feel of the game underneath your belt a little bit. But Akeli and Fernando up top, look for them to be providing those runs in behind space. And Among and Jabong in the midfield, just look for them to find those gaps in between the spaces right there and really try to maintain that possession that New Mexico values so much.
Vargas also missing from the 18 today. Got a red card after leaving the match in that game against Phoenix Rising. Our head official for this one is John Motto. He'll be wearing the red long sleeves today. Pretty chilly, or at least chilly in comparison to a lot of warm places in the country right now, around 60 degrees. As we get this one ready to go here. That'll be New Mexico United in the yellow, Orange County in the blue.
I don't know that I've ever seen an Orange County game where it didn't look like the perfect night to play soccer.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it is just gorgeous. This is the perfect atmosphere, the perfect weather for what should be a really good game.
Waiting for all the boxes to be checked here before we get the first 45 minutes underway. Once again, my name is Mark Schoenstrom, joined by Jeff Antonell. Excited to have you all here, wherever and however you're tuning into this game. The whistle sounds, and we're off and running here from Championship Soccer Stadium. Orange County SC and New Mexico United, both in need of a victory after losing ways recently for both sides.
Well, and immediately you're seeing what Orange County wants to do tonight. With our conversation with head coach Danny Stone, they want to bring the fight from minute 1 all the way to 90 plus stoppage time. They want to bring the fight the entire game, but it's controlled fight, right? You have to be organized against a team like New Mexico. They like to have that possession. New Mexico teams that love to have the ball. So Orange County needs to be comfortable defending, but that doesn't mean that they need to sit back in a block. They're going to press high if they need to. They're going to throw numbers at the right time and just really want to bring that fight and that mentality the entire 90 minutes tonight.
3-1-1 at home this season for Orange County. All of their points they've acquired this season have all been right here. And some woes on the road this season. Despite some good performances on the road, they haven't been able to find any actual results from those games. And I think the best example of that was their last match on the road over the East Coast against North Carolina FC, a game they lost 1-0. They outshot North Carolina FC 23-7 in that game, and yet couldn't find the back of the net for the life of them.
Well, you have to take advantage of your opportunities in front of the goal, right? That's number 1.
And they might be onto something here, but that lob ball just a little bit too far ahead of Traeger. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Patterson Auto. Jeff, take it away.
Well, Orange County, it's about staying aggressive. I just spoke on it. They want to stay aggressive tonight. They want to continue to bring the fight for the entire 90 minutes. But I really think for them as well, it's about being disciplined in the way that you're aggressive. And if you're in New Mexico, try to eliminate the transitional attacks from Orange County. They are so dangerous out wide. When they find those gaps over the top, look for that ball to go in over the top. But if you're New Mexico, in your possession, you need to be very controlled in terms of how many numbers you're throwing up so that you can eliminate those turnovers and then those balls over the top for Orange County, because that's something that they could thrive on tonight.
Two teams that'll be looking to impose their will and their brand of footballing here in this one. Sure, there will be ebbs and flows of who feels more comfortable in this one as the game wears along.
And even right just there, it didn't look like much, but when the midfield for Orange County steps out in those gaps, they did a good job of that recovery run when the midfielder didn't win the ball. But those are the gaps that you need to be very careful of, because once one person leaves that block area, that's where a New Mexico player can slot right in, and then they can connect from those areas and break those lines. So you need to be very careful. That's what I talked about, aggressive but disciplined. You need to be aggressive. You want to try to win the ball. You want to try to turn them over, but you need to stay disciplined in that defensive block, because a team like New Mexico, who loves to have the ball, they love to pass the way that they do, they can rip you to shreds if you leave your block and leave those gaps open. So aggressive but disciplined.
can't be intense for intense sake. You have to be targeted with your aggression.
Absolutely.
Danny Stone telling us in that North Carolina game, ultimately, they didn't take the chances that they got, but his initial thought after the game and upon further review, the same conclusion was found, which is that there were plenty of positives to take from that game, and he was frustrated that they didn't get 3 points, let alone 1 point in that one. So they'll certainly be looking to do right, get a result here, especially here in front of the home fans where they have been almost entirely successful this season. Meanwhile, for Dennis Sanchez's side coming in, they're on a 2-game losing skid, having lost to El Paso and Phoenix Rising. As this one's given away, squared across. Dunbar hesitating, and he is disarmed. Chris Shakes having to step up.
Great recovery there from the goalkeeper, Shakes. And that's what we talked about with Orange County. Most of their opportunity, try to get a shot off at least in that situation, but a good job there from Shakes in that recovery, making sure that he was able to get himself across the goal and ultimately win it with a slide challenge.
Had a very uncharacteristic loss against El Paso Locomotive going into the Phoenix Rising game last week. Dennis Sanchez felt like his side weren't playing like themselves in that El Paso game, and he felt they got a step better in that game against Phoenix Rising, even though the result did not go their way. He liked the work ethic, the team above self mentality. Service inside. Some contact, but no foul from our head official, John Motto. But there will be one there. Tonight's injury report is presented by Zulfagari Law Firm. Nothing reported for these two sides. He's in. Great to see Tristan Traeger back out there. And such an impactful player these past few years in the USL.
It's been a fast start to this game as well. That's something that's also great about playing in Orange County. The pace of the game is always so quick.
Dunbar rolls it to his right-hand side. This one sprayed across. There's an open goal, but no one to tap it in.
Oh, and it's good work here by Dunbar to win this ball. As we get another look at it here, Dunbar doing a good job putting the defender on skates, gets the ball out wide, and this is exactly what you need to do. Drive the ball low and hard across the goal. Unfortunately, McKinnon just not able to get onto that far post, but that's what you do when you're in those positions. You're on a tight angle, there's not much room to shoot at. Drive that ball hard and low across the ground. See if one of your forwards can run onto it. Fortunately for New Mexico, Orange County was not there. McKinnon wasn't able to catch up to that pass.
Like you said, Jeff, a ripping start to this one. Both sides have already generated some danger, Orange County in particular. Love to get that opening goal in this one because New Mexico United have been awfully tough to beat when they get that first goal.
Well, I know it's very early in this one, but this is what Orange County wants to do. They want to disrupt this New Mexico team. They don't want them to have the time to build in that possession. That's where New Mexico is the most comfortable, as we see a turnover here. But that's where they're the most comfortable. New Mexico is comfortable on the ball. They want to have the ball. They want to dictate the pace of the game. And if you're Orange County, continue to bring that fight, continue to step, make it hard for New Mexico to contain that pressure and that sustained possession on the ball.
Another free kick earned. Once again, Kyle Scott the one going down. Always a wily player. Hard to miss too, with the headband and hairdo. Well, not only are these two teams both coming off of losses, but they're losses in which their head coaches actually had a lot of good things to say about how their team played in those games. Although both are very quick to acknowledge this is a results-oriented business, but it's a long season, and for these coaches, you want to see your teams playing the way you want to play, and eventually over time, the results are going to pile in your favor if you do that consistently. Dogman progressing forward, try to roll it inside for Scott. Sliding challenge from McKinnon, ambitious. Maybe a little bit risky too.
Dogman had tried to play that ball on the ground, but all the action was on that far post. If you could lift that ball, try to elevate it towards the far post, let one of those forwards run on and head it back to the near post, that would have been the better play there. But you're seeing a lot of slipping going on in this field as well, something to be mindful of.
And Scott keep this in. He does so. Kyle Scott tried to drill it inside, and a corner kick incoming for the home team.
It's a good bit of defending there for Maples. Coming across, Scott has nothing but daylight in front of him, but the center back doing a good job covering that ground, getting his body in front of the ball, blocking out that cross.
This corner kick taken in the 10th minute is presented by City Side Fiber, and Lion McKinnon will be the one to take it from the left flag. Service comes in. And we're going to take this from the right flag now. It'll be another corner kick. City Side Fiber corner kick. Lion McKinnon taking it from both ends. This one headed down with the bounce! It was teasing in front of goal, but nothing to come of it.
Well, this is chaos in front of the net. It's a good ball driven to that near post. An excellent job in the flick in the back, but fortunately for New Mexico, not able to redirect it onto frame, but that is a wicked hop there. That could have spelled some serious trouble for the New Mexico defense.
And it's quickly given away. Kyle Scott claimed. Chris Shakes gets both his paws on it.
And Shakes doing a good job of trying to calm his team down. Right now, it's all Orange County. They're bringing the pressure. Scott opens up his hip. Shakes able to get a good read on it. He's in a good position out of his goal. He's off of his goal line. Doing a good job trying to control the game, but New Mexico, they want to build out of the back, and Orange County is going to continue to bring this pressure. As we get another look at it here, the turnover happens. Scott finds himself in front of the ball, in front of the net. He opens up his hip, though. Once he opens up that hip, that gives Shakes the ability to read that shot. He knows that he's going to his left, so Shakes able to collect that easily. And again, New Mexico, they need to settle down a little bit here. Feeling this pressure from Orange County, not able to contain this possession. Just try to settle the game down as best as you can and try to build yourself into this one.
Lindsay will roll this one back to Maples. New Mexico trying to get themselves more acclimated in this one. Gloucester rolling it down the left-hand side. Fernando, lovely ball. And it's deflected out. A corner kick incoming for New Mexico.
And that's how quick New Mexico can strike when you're not in your disciplined defense. Among finds himself in front of the net. Good last-ditch defending there from Orange County. It's a good ball across the box. Nice little cutback. Among able to redirect it towards the goal, get a corner kick for his team, but that's how quick New Mexico can strike.
And a former Orange County man, Thomas Among. I'm sure he would love to get on the score sheet tonight as we get another City Side Fiber corner kick. Flicked along off the crossbar. We have had so many close encounters in this one.
This is such a well-designed play from New Mexico as well. They have numbers stacked on top of the box. All these numbers are making different runs, but instead it's the ball to the player that's on the goalkeeper Among, and he's able to distance himself from the defender, flick it off of the crossbar. Fortunately for Orange County, it hits the woodwork, but that is such a well-designed play for the set piece for New Mexico. tons of deception, but at the end of the day, it's a direct ball to the player that's in front of the goalkeeper, who branches off from his defender and finds his space in the near post.
And a free kick incoming for the visitors. The Orange County SC Foundation's second annual golf tournament on the tee with OCSC is taking place Wednesday, May 28th at Arroyo Trabuco Golf Course in Mission Viejo. Spots are going fast, so make sure to sign your foursome up today at orangecountysoccer.com under the Foundation tab. Zico Bailey will provide the free kick here. Akale is also standing by. Bailey, not a bad ball, but it goes over top.
This is great service here from Bailey. Look at this ball in, it's whipped in, he gets his foot around it, nothing the goalkeeper Shuttler can do and ride it, and he finds that empty space. Unable to direct it onto the goal frame, but this is such a great ball in here from Bailey. That's the exact spot that you want to put it in a free kick in that situation. Find that gap in between that back line for the Orange County defense, right in front of that goalkeeper, bending away from him so he can't come and get it. That's two dangerous opportunities from set pieces from New Mexico, where they could easily be up 1 or 2-0 from those chances.
It has been non-stop action here at the Champ. And no chance to breathe. Dunbar with the squared ball cleared away. Bailey rolls it in centrally. Lindsay with some room to operate now. Ball lopped over the top, had to get knocked away by Shuttler.
Great read there from the goalkeeper. If he doesn't take his first step coming forward off of his line, that's in for a breakaway. It's a great job staying connected with your defense and reading the game.
Orange County and Danny Stone in particular, he's felt good about the way the team has played these last 3 to 4 games. That makes it just that much more frustrating though when you don't get results in those games. Mentioned, of course, that North Carolina team tough to beat. But he said in the final third, you can use whatever adjective you want. We have to be more ruthless, more clinical. We have to punish for our opportunities, whatever description you want to use. The fact of the matter is basically to say they need to score.
Yeah, especially when you're playing on the road. You talk about that North Carolina game. Chances on the road aren't easy to come by. And for them, they were able to create so many different opportunities that you want to be rewarded for those chances when you put in the work on the road like that. But just being ruthless in front of the net, and that's kind of the Danny Stone was. But right now, I'd say this is pretty fair play to both teams. Both teams have had good opportunities in front of goal. We could probably see a couple goals for each team right by this point, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Good composure there from Kevin Partita. He's getting flanked from both ends. The USL on CBS Sports Network continues on May 28th with a Western Conference doubleheader. San Antonio FC takes on FC Tulsa at 8 p.m. Eastern, followed by Las Vegas Lights FC and Phoenix Rising FC at 10:30 p.m. Catch all the action on the CBS Sports Network on May 28th. An interjection needed there. Kalen Ryden just got a foot on that ball.
I mean, we're 18 minutes into this game, and it's been nonstop. It's been back and forth action. Both teams willing to press, both teams willing to attack aggressively, offensively.
And Alcazar plays it centrally. Partita. Out wide again, Scott. A floated ball brought down by Dogman. But an interjection Means New Mexico United will get it back. Mukwele Akale doing well to fight for it. It will be a throw-in for Orange County, though. Chris Shakes getting his first start in league play as a professional. Well, did get the opportunity in the Open Cup to start, so certainly not his first time between the pipes. At the beginning of the game, of course, he had to step in the last match.
But it's always tough for goalkeepers when you're not getting those consistent minutes to find that game rhythm. It doesn't matter how many games you've played professionally. It doesn't matter how long you've been around the game. There's just something about that gameplay for goalkeepers. I know whenever I would come in, maybe it was a spot start, maybe it was something where somebody got injured or something like that. It always takes you a little bit to settle yourself back down and get used to being in that consistent game rhythm.
Great human being, though. When we talked to Dennis Sanchez about him, said he's got a zest for energy in life every day. And he's got a lot of respect in this group, having been voted into the leadership group in New Mexico. And he said he's here for a reason. We have full confidence in him having a good showing this weekend.
Well, that speaks wonders when your team's voting you into that position. Just talks about to your presence in the locker room, and then when you're on the field as a goalkeeper, you need to command that presence on the field as well. So you know that he has the respect of his teammates, and that goes a very long way.
Lindsay rolls it ahead, and it's tapped back by Jabang. It's a dangerous pass across the center, and it's been found! Oh, what a save! Chris Shakes! Superhuman reflexes!
Well, that'll do good things for your confidence when you haven't been playing games. It's a turnover here in the back for New Mexico. And Dunbar's just left scratching his head. Shakes, they're trying to connect here in the back. Look at his ability to get across the goal. Dunbar turns it over. It has top bin all over it, but it's Shakes. Look at this recovery from Shakes, nonstop. Gets himself into position, gets himself set, able to get that paw up, redirected over the crossbar. That should be a save of the week candidate. What a save here from the goalkeeper, Shakes.
This corner kick taken in the 22nd minute, brought to you by Cityside Fiber. Quickly taken for Orange County, and quickly dealt with by New Mexico. And are they on the run here? Akale can't keep it in bounds.
I mean, end-to-end action here.
No chances to catch your breath. Want to join us for our next Beer Fest of the season? Then make sure to join us Saturday, May 24th for our Fiesta de Beer Fest as we host Colorado Switchbacks for an epic redemption match. Visit orangecountysoccer.com/tickets to secure your tickets today. If that game's anything like this one, any price is worth admission because high-octane stuff has taken place here so far. And now Ryan McKinnon on the breakaway. McKinnon right off the face of Shakes. As a goalkeeper, you put it all on the line whenever you're there between the sticks.
Well, we talked about McKinnon's, yeah, that one for Shakes. I think that one might have shaken him up a little bit, no pun intended, but unfortunately for the goalkeeper, you put your body on the line to make these saves. But we talked about McKinnon being dangerous in these transitional moments. If it's one ball over the top, McKinnon, he's in 1v1. Shakes doing a good job keeping himself up. Unfortunately for the goalkeeper, he takes it right on the chin. But this is what we talked about here with McKinnon. He's dangerous in transitional moments. You can't get caught out if you're New Mexico. And for Shakes, he's in a good spot. He's in the right position. A goalkeeper that just made a big-time save, makes another big-time save, but unfortunately the ball pops up. Looks like it hit him right in the chin. And he's being attended to by the medical group after that one.
Hoping the best for Chris Shakes here. That one will rattle you.
Absolutely. And that ball was hit with some serious pace as well. Credit to the goalkeeper for standing up and standing firm. You don't want to lean one way or the other just in case the player does hit it right at you. You don't want to guess in those moments. So the goalkeeper does everything right in terms of the goalkeeper position, standing up the attacker, making the attacker do the difficult thing. But just unfortunately for the goalkeeper there, that's part of the position.
Chris Shakes getting his first start this season in league play. Had 3 total appearances last year in his rookie season with New Mexico United. So it seems like he's passed the first level of tests, and they're looking to keep him in play. I mean, he's already had a heroic save and a couple other great stops too.
Well, even that one, McKinnon's in 1v1. I mean, it's a straight breakaway from about 35, 40 yards out. He does a good job just standing him up, being in the right position. I mean, he's already put in an entire night's work, and it's only 25 minutes.
All right, so 25 minutes into this one. Some great opportunities for both sides. Still 0-0.
But those are the situations that we talked about in the open when it comes to McKinnon and just New Mexico needing to be a little bit careful in terms of their buildup, because once that ball turns over, or once there's that opportunity for that transitional moment, you need to be aware of how fast these attacking wingers are for this Orange County team. It's just one ball over the top. There's been a lot of chaos. There's been a little bit of possession. But ultimately, it's that one ball over the top that you need to be mindful of, because if you're stretched out just a little bit, you'll find yourself in those breakaway positions, and then your recovery and defending for New Mexico needs to be on point.
Bailey still taking it forward. Zico Bailey over to the left-hand side. A rolled ball to the left, chipped upward, and it's a point to the spot. It went off an arm, and New Mexico United with a huge opportunity here.
Well, we've seen just about everything, so why not a penalty kick as well? It's this overlapping run, and it's that chip ball. It's that arm that's loose. If you're a defender, when you're going to the ground, when you're dealing with any type of confrontation, you have to keep your arms close to your body, and it's that handball right there. It's an easy call for the referee.
Koa Santos, the one who puts his arm in the air.
And if you're a defender, you have to keep your arms close to your body in those situations. Tuck your arms behind your back. You don't want to get that loose arm, because that loose arm can spell any type of danger, and that's how we ended up with this penalty kick. It was a loose arm on that slide challenge, a nice little clipped-in ball, but unfortunately for Santos, it found the worst spot, and now it's up to the goalkeeper Shuttler to keep this game at 0s.
Talon Maples stepping up to the plate. Scored in the Jägermeister Cup, but has not scored in league play this season. He leads the league in passes coming into this weekend with 683 of them. Maples steps to the plate, and he keeps Shuttler planted in his spot. It's 1-0 New Mexico United.
And this is a cheeky penalty here from Maples to give New Mexico this 1-0 lead. But let's get another look at this foul call here. It's the overlapping run that does it. And then here's Santos. This is the challenge. You have to keep your arms close to your body. When you leave your arms up like that, it could be anything. And look at this run up from Maples. This throws off the goalkeeper Shuttler so much. It's that 1-2 hesitation step. He's waiting for Shuttler, the goalkeeper, to lean one way or the other. And once he leans just a little bit, that's enough for Maples to know, okay, I have to go the opposite direction. I have to hit it with a little bit of pace. So a cheeky penalty kick. And this is a game, we're 28 minutes in. I think we've seen enough for 28 minutes. That could be a whole entire 90 with the chaos that's been happening in this game. But, you know, again, the defender Santos, unfortunately, keep your arms close to your body. But Maples, an absolute cheeky finish, especially for a center back. Center back stepping up and hitting a PK like that. All the credit to him.
So what does the response look like for Orange County? New Mexico United have been so good at scoring first. All of their wins this season have come from games where they were the opening goal scored. Can be a nightmare to fight back against this New Mexico United team because of how much possession they typically acquire throughout 90 minutes.
Well, Orange County needs to keep doing exactly what they've been doing. They've been doing everything right. They've been turning over New Mexico. They've been winning the ball and not really letting New Mexico establish that type of possession. New Mexico's definitely had a couple different opportunities, but most of them have been off of set pieces. That was really the first live ball action where we saw something where they were able to get in behind that Orange County defense. Unfortunately for Orange County, it ended up in a penalty kick, but keep doing what you're doing if you're Orange County, and then if you're New Mexico, calm yourself down a little bit. You have your 1-0 lead. You know that this is where you're extremely comfortable. Can you try to play around this press that Orange County's flying? But now that they're down 1-0, the press is only going to come a little bit hotter and a little bit heavier for Orange County.
Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Eastern Conference rivals Detroit City FC and Charleston Battery will battle it out on the field at 4 p.m. Eastern on May 24th. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. This one tapped down nicely. Lindsay rolls it to Akale. Ukwele Akale across goal. No one to receive it. We're gonna get another whistle. Kyle Scott is down on the grass. And a yellow card has been issued. Looks like it's going to be on Jabang, but we'll wait confirmation on that one. And there is the confirmation. Usman Jabang, 4th yellow card of the season.
Yeah, just collided with Scott after the play. After Scott had played that ball, Jabang comes in, cleans him out. Easy yellow card decision there for the referee.
Luke Latenovic plays it up the pitch. Danny Stone talking about his opponents in this game. He's saying, speaking of tough teams to beat, New Mexico United are one of them. He said they've won several games, and I counted for them. 4 games they've won 1-0 this season. They're still early on in matches played as this one drags across. Dogman is on the end of it. Ryan Dogman! Punched away by Shakes. Still in the mixer, headed out for a corner kick.
Shakes is having himself a night. That's a big time save to his left. He's able to read it off of Dogman's foot. On this initial ball in, I think Dogman probably should have hit this one time. That ball is rolling across with pace. The defender hasn't had the time to get there yet. Once that defender is able to close, it gives Shakes the opportunity to get a good read. That defender comes out and covers that near post for him, so he knows the shot has to go far post. And if you're Dogman, have that one time. You don't give the goalkeeper, the defender, the chance to get themselves reset.
Another City Side Fiber corner kick. Kneed up into the air and away for New Mexico United. McKinnon picks up the pieces. He'll have to tap this one back. Partita whips this one around. Couldn't be kept in play. Check out all the new arrivals for the 2025 season. This week's new arrivals features the Back to the Blue collection, including a royal blue and orange scarf and fan favorite Sportique Ultra Cozy hoodies and t-shirts. Visit OCSCshop.com. Orange County want to be comfortable with and without the ball in this game. Meanwhile, New Mexico United scouting out Orange County. First off, Dennis Sanchez told us how much respect he has for Danny Stone, and we get more contact here. This game has been rumbling. It has been exciting. It has been full of drama so far. Great saves, some great breakaway opportunities, some heavy contact, penalty kick.
Surprised we didn't see a yellow card on that challenge. I thought that the arm was raised a little bit high, contact to the neck and shoulder area. Referee saw it, it's just a hard challenge, but surprised we didn't see a yellow card there. The way the yellow cards has been starting to pop up with these hard challenges in this game is the referee's trying to make sure that it stays under control.
Traeger trying to track it down, and Chris Shake sliding to the edge of his penalty area. Once again, pressure causing precarious moments for New Mexico. Despite having the 1-0 lead, courtesy of a penalty kick, this has not been a game where New Mexico has had their hand on the steering wheel and have dictated the flow.
With the way that New Mexico likes to play, the positioning of every player on the field is so important. We just saw it there. Shakes loses the ball a little bit, but the center back's able to drop at a very deep angle to give him one last option in terms of trying to keep the ball and keep in possession. So when you're playing against a team like Orange County that's throwing numbers this high and they're trying to disrupt this rhythm and this pattern play, it makes it hard for New Mexico to find any type of rhythm. But you have to give them credit because they've been responsive. They were able to get that goal against the run of play. They were able to get those overlapping runs in. When you disrupt the rhythm of a team that likes to play this possession base, all these little movements are so important for this New Mexico team. So if you're Orange County, throwing them off just a little bit will change the angles, which makes it hard to connect those passes.
McKinnon tried to send it across, but instead it'll ping out for another corner kick. This corner kick taken in the 36th minute is presented by City Side Fiber. And the man who earned the corner kick will be the one to take it. Orange County have certainly been begging for a goal in this one. Perhaps it'll be through the set piece that they can acquire it. McKinnon, it's up in the air and it's out. Scott taps it up ahead. Dunbar. Now played in centrally. It's up in the air inside the 18. Persistent from Orange County. And McKinnon's got it back. Back heels it to Benalcazar. He plays it across. No connection. And it's out for a New Mexico throw-in.
And these are the moments, though. These are the moments that Danny Stone's going to look back on and say, we have to make the most of these opportunities. McKinnon, he's in front of goal. It's a cheeky little back heel. But to be in that position, when you turn the ball over, you do all the hard work defensively, and you don't get a shot on target, those are the moments where you have to be ruthless. You don't need to overpass. You don't need to play that cross. You don't need to play that cross into no man's land. Get a shot on target. You're in a good spot. You did all the hard work to win that ball defensively. Be ruthless in front of the net.
Shuttler boots it back up ahead. And the offside flag goes up. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. I've said that hyperlink so many times, I've got it down to a T. And some more contact here, a free kick incoming for the home team.
So Leyland, he has to be one foul away from a booking at this point. That's two pretty hard challenges, going at players' backs. He needs to know that he's on a short leash right now in terms of getting a yellow card in this game.
The veteran midfielder has seen his way around the world. Gideon Zelalem. From a long distance, once again, Liam McKinnon sends this one in, and it's harmless. Looking for the most flexible way to come down to the champ in 2025? Our 10-ticket flex packs are just what you need. Use these 10 tickets to attend multiple games with a friend, or grab your friends and family and use them all in one match. The choice is yours. It's, well, flexible. Grab yours today at orangecountysoccer.com/flex-packs.
I see what you did there. Good stuff.
You can thank the copywriter for that one.
And you notice, I know that the game's going on a little bit. It's hard to keep that tempo up for the first 20 minutes. But once New Mexico gets a lead, they do a good job of making sure the game slows down a little bit for the other team. They do a good job of dictating the pace of the game a little bit more. And that's what makes them so good with that 1-0 lead. They always talk about how goals change games. Orange County's been flying numbers forward. They've been pressing, they've been going. But once you start creeping on and you start pressing, you start getting these opportunities, and these opportunities don't turn to goals, that can lead to a little bit of frustration. But as I say that, it's a dangerous set piece in a dangerous spot.
Jalen Lindsay, it's taken quickly, but the ref was not ready. He was still discerning everything and saying his piece. Orange County trying to pull a fast one. Let's take a look at that foul again. Jalen Lindsay turning into Liam McKinnon's backpack here for a moment.
Yeah, it's just those arms in the back. But credit McKinnon as well. He loops his arm back there. The referee can't see it. So it's a little bit going both ways.
Mexico United done well in set-piece defending so far, at least on the initial service. Partida tried to rip that one out wide, and New Mexico could be on the break. Mukweli Akale, he's got several players running with him. Over on the right-hand side, oh, look at that sliding challenge from Scott. It was Thomas Among the ball was sent to, but Scott came crashing in.
New Mexico does everything right in this transitional moment, but it's this last ball. That ball needs to be hit with a little bit more pace. You see Among, he had a head full of steam running towards the goal. You need to put that ball out a little bit more in front of him. All the credit for Scott for making that recovery slide defensively, but if you're an attacker for New Mexico, you put that ball into space so Among can run onto it. Don't have him slow up. He has all the momentum in the world. It's carrying him into the goal. But because that ball was hit with just a little bit too slow of a pace, he's not able to catch up to it. He has to slow himself down, and he's not able to create that space in behind that back line where he would have had a 1v1 on with the goalkeeper Shuttler.
Thomas Among still getting tended to here. Among slow to get back up on his feet, but good to see that he's up and going again. That's the difference in this one so far. Noah Santos flailing his arms into the air. Well, I guess giving the penalty to New Mexico United. And then Talon Maples puts it away.
I love that penalty. As a goalkeeper, I don't love that penalty, okay? But as a field player, that is a textbook penalty. You try to get the goalkeeper leaning both ways, and I know that a lot of people, they do the hesitation. They love that now. That's a new run-up, but that's a different version of it. Take your time, a little bit of a slow pace up to it, and that's a very difficult save for a goalkeeper because the goalkeeper has to try to hold as long as he can. But in a penalty kick for a goalkeeper, you want to go one way or the other so you can get a jump on the ball.
So Among will have to wait to get Wade back in, and there he is. Orange County with some numbers in the box, headed away. And we've got another player down, this time for New Mexico United again. We've had some stoppages here in the first half, so we're probably going to get a wealthy chunk tacked on. But first order of business. Once again, we hope all things are well here.
Yeah, tough to tell what happened. It was well behind the play. This is one of the first times we've been able to catch our breath in this game. It took 45 minutes.
So a goal from Talon Maples has given New Mexico United the advantage in this one. Game in which Orange County has done really well to disrupt New Mexico United. And they've had many good chances, but for one reason or another, whether it's been a failed capitalization or just a fantastic save from Chris Shakes. The away side able to have the advantage here is now we have 5 minutes revealed to be our stoppage time presented by Zulfagari Law Firm. Good to see Chris Gloucester back up. It has been up and down, literally, figuratively. Any other sense you could think of in this one. The ball will be dropped to Shakes, and we're back in the fray here. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Can we break their press and push them into a lower block? That was the objective in this one for Dennis Sanchez's side. Ultimately, they haven't been very successful in that endeavor, but they'll take the 1-0 advantage.
Well, in-game adjustments have to happen too, right? So Orange County's throwing these numbers forward. You're not doing a great job of breaking that press, but they've done a good job of being direct in some of their play to open up that block a little bit more. So if Orange County is going to continue to press like this, you're not having joy building up out of the back, don't be afraid to hit that long ball. Recognize the moments within the game where you can change up your strategy just a little bit so that you could throw them off as well.
Always a chess game, a beautiful game. Sometimes the match takes shape differently than you anticipated, and you've got to adjust on the fly. Maples with the cross. Collected. And Dunbar still with it. It was very unbalanced and ends up losing the ball at the end of things. You talked about the slippage earlier in this game, and I mean, it's on full display here.
This is when they look at the kit man and say, do we make sure we have all the right shoes on? Do we have the right studs on? Players have been slipping all over the place, but that's also credit to the high pace of this game. Players are flying back and forth. Doesn't matter where they are on the field. But here's a dangerous moment here. There's a big moment in this game. Late in the first half, up 1-0. Orange County needs to do a good job of seeing this one out. But if you're New Mexico on the flip side, you've had joy in your different set piece opportunities. Maybe there's something else that they've worked up off the training pitch. We've seen a couple things from corner kicks that they've drawn up. See what they have in store here in stoppage time here in the first half.
Service driven in, and Amon got a piece of it. He couldn't quite get his head around the ball to put it on frame.
It's a dangerous ball in, and Among's found himself having a little bit of joy of getting himself on the right side of these defenders for Orange County. On these set pieces, these Orange County defenders seem to be a little bit tighter to these target forwards. Too many free headers, but difficult ball for Among to redirect on the goal.
Orange County will be thinking they should have found a goal at some point in time in this first half. That leadership group gonna have to say their piece and rally the troops going into the second half unless something changes here in the final minute. Danny Stone's been very pleased with the leadership group led by Tom Brewitt. Says it's so important, especially in a season where there's a lot of roster turnover, especially with many vets and leaders who are on the squad leaving in 2024, coming into this 2025 season. So you have to sort of build that culture from the ground up again. And he's felt the leadership group has done a great job with that. Is there one more moment in this one? Scott, is 1-0 for New Mexico United.
Well, fast pace of this game, as we see the rain coming down here, it's only going to add to the fast pace of this one. But Shakes, he's been stellar in goal. Orange County's created a bunch of different opportunities and done exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to disrupt New Mexico's possession play. New Mexico hasn't been able to find that rhythm offensively in terms of possession, but you have to give them credit. They've been resourceful. They responded. They were able to draw that penalty kick. It was a high-flying first half, tons of action back and forth, and I expect it to pick up and pretty much pick up where it left off here in the second.
So with that, it is 1-0 for New Mexico United. We have got a lot of good stuff coming up on halftime here on ESPN+. We'll see you on the other end of this break. If the second half's anything like the first half, you're going to want to stay locked in here. We'll see you then.
Why is Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? It's because we only bottle the best Alpine spring water, less than 1.5 miles from the natural spring source. And we're committed to preserving and managing those springs to ensure that they stay pristine. So when you want the best water nature has to offer, the choice is crystal clear. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Always bottled at the natural spring source.
RAV4 hybrid shoppers, listen up. You're paying more and getting less. The all-new Mazda CX-50 hybrid packs the same Toyota trusted hybrid powertrain, but delivers premium performance and more luxury. Why pay RAV4 prices when you get more with the CX-50 hybrid? And while Toyota dealers struggle with inventory, we have CX-50 hybrids in stock now at Tustin Mazda. Better tech, better value. Skip the wait. Buy a Mazda CX-50 hybrid now at Tustin Mazda. Think hybrid, think Mazda.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
We've had a lot of excitement here in the first half. 1-0 your scoreline, though. New Mexico United with the advantage. There have been many highlight moments in this game in particular. Let's take a look at some highlight moments from Week 10 in the USL Championship and USL League One. Here are your goals and saves of the week.
Luis Harris' ball, and it's dangerous! Joe Brito! Oh, it's magnificent! takes it. What a finish! Joe Brito plucks it out of the sky to equalize for Rhode Island.
Brilliant delivery from Charlie Ostrom is knocked home by Samuel Owusu. And Owusu has his first for Omaha.
Rogers on the right, into the danger area. Batista's there, it's over the head of Diallo. It's going to come back to Coley. Coley can hit one! Oh, it's a wonderful save! Well, Coley couldn't have hit that any better, and that is an outstanding save.
Dense does so again, tried for goal, and Hammersley into action very quickly to keep it out.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way.
Focus!
Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Whatever it takes. Trusted for over 100 years. Tiger Balm's proven herbal blend tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger so that you can rise above pain. Let's make a Karate Kid. And get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
How does Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water keep you in the game? We always source our water directly from the natural spring to fuel every body, no matter how you like to move it. So whether you're chasing your goals or just staying active this summer, make sure to stay hydrated with Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Always bottled at the natural spring source.
Who wants that smoke? You want that smoke? Look, I ain't playing, I'm saying this ain't a joke. There ain't no bluffing, I'm calling you out for show. It's either all in or nothing, I go for broke. Who wants that smoke?
At the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
This week on USL All Access, one Knoxville's new head coach, Ian Fuller, is off to an undefeated start in the league. He joins us to talk about all the good things going on in Knoxville. We'll also talk about a disappointing week in the Open Cup for the USL Championship, including what's wrong in Tampa Bay. It's all coming up this week on USL All Access on SiriusXM FC.
Welcome back here to Championship Soccer Stadium. Second half still on the horizon, but with Jeff Attinelli here, I'm Mark Schoenster. We've got some bullet points to talk about across the league. Let's catch you up on everything. Here are your news and notes. Louisville falling short of the record to the end, getting more involved here in the USL broadcasting game. But the thing I want to talk about, Jeff, and we touched base on it a little bit in the first half, the West is so up for grabs.
Well, it's just a wide open, right? The Wild West is the right way to describe it. All the way from the top to the bottom, not many points separate these teams. And you're seeing a little bit of that tonight. It's an evenly matched game between two teams that are fighting for that playoff position. I know it's early in the season, but if what's going on early in the season in terms of the Western Conference is going to be any indication of what it's going to be like going forward towards that playoff push, it's going to be a wide open race for the entirety of the entire season. So just something to keep in mind. Just keep an eye on how tight the West is and just making sure that these teams are trying to stack points every chance they get.
The day Colorado Springs, they'll be up against Orange County next time out. The Oakland Roots, who will be the next opponent for Dennis Sanchez's side, lost yesterday against North Carolina FC. Also got another halftime here on the West Coast. Phoenix Rising and Monterey Bay. So many big games, and it's going to continue to be big, and they only get bigger as the year goes on. And speaking of big games, got 2 more games happening tomorrow, and then we get into a busy Saturday slate next week, including, of course, as I mentioned, the matches against the Oakland Roots and the switchbacks for these two sides. And with that in mind, we're going to step aside. When we come back, we have got the highlights, we've got the stats, but most importantly, Jeff, we've got the soccer game. We'll see you on the other end of this break. 1-0 your scoreline for New Mexico United. Will it stay that way after another 45 minutes?
Less than 1.5 miles from the natural spring source. And we're committed to preserving and managing those springs to ensure that they stay pristine. So when you want the best water nature has to offer, the choice is crystal clear. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Always bottled at the natural spring source.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
RAV4 hybrid shoppers, listen up. You're paying more and getting less. The all-new Mazda CX-50 hybrid packs the same Toyota trusted hybrid powertrain, but delivers premium performance and more luxury. Why pay RAV4 prices when you get more with the CX-50 hybrid? And while Toyota dealers struggle with inventory, we have CX-50 hybrids in stock now at Tustin Mazda. Better tech, better value. Skip the wait. Buy a Mazda CX-50 hybrid now at Tustin Mazda. Think hybrid, think Mazda.
This match is presented by the Noah Bernard Out Foundation. Once again, the Noah Bernard Out Foundation wants to remind fans to never drive drunk and get home safely. Let's take a look at our highlights from the first half of action here between Orange County SC and New Mexico United. Mark Schoenster and Jeff Attinella with you here.
Well, it started off early in Orange County's press, but look at the goalkeeping here from Shakes. He does a good job recovering and ended up getting a sliding challenge on this one. Good job, good heads-up goalkeeping after that turnover. But again, this is the show for Shakes right now. The cross comes in, ball just elevates a little bit high, and this goalkeeper is under pressure the entire night on this one. He's not able, Orange County not able to redirect the shot onto goal. But here in the 22nd minute, we get a good look at what the goalkeeper's been able to do tonight. It's this ball in over the top. McKinnon, we talked about how dangerous he is in transition. Shakes able to hold his ground. Unfortunately, it hits him in the face, but he does a good job of making sure that he's standing up in the right position, making the attacker do the hard thing. McKinnon hits it off of that little bit of a half volley there on the bouncing ball, but he's able to find it spelled over the top. Shakes able to make that big time save, but this has been the pivotal moment in the game. Santos, he had his arm up a little bit, and that's it, just enough to draw this penalty kick, and this is ultimately what ends up being the difference in this first half. And again, as a defender, you just want to keep that arm closer to your body, but it's a textbook finish here for Maples. He's able to just trick out the goalkeeper Shuttler, bends him going one way, finishes calmly the other way, and that's that 1-0 lead that we've been talking about for New Mexico. But Orange County has been relentless with their pressure, and they continue through the rest of the first half. It's this laid-back ball here from Dogman, but again, Shakes is up to the task. I would like to see him hit this one time, but instead he hits it on out to the first touch, but Shakes is up to the task, and he has been absolutely standing on his head for this New Mexico team, and he is a huge part of the reason why they are up 1-0 at the end of this crazy first half.
4 shots on target, which means 4 saves for Chris Shakes in his first start in league play of the season. Stepping in for Tabakis, who was sent off with a red card last game against Phoenix Rising.
Well, I think in this one, we knew that New Mexico was going to be the possession-based team in this game, that Orange County was going to try to catch them, but I think that the possession's been a little bit more even than I thought it would be. I really thought New Mexico would have been dominant a little bit more on the ball, but credit to Orange County for applying that pressure. And again, credit to New Mexico. 1 shot on target. They made the most of that opportunity. They had 1 rattle off the crossbar. They've had a couple set-piece opportunities, but they've done just what they need to do to get that 1-0 lead. And based off what we talked about in the open, we know what a lead means for New Mexico, and they've been their ability to hold on to these leads, but now it's going to be up to Orange County to try to find that response goal and level this game up here in the second half.
All 5 wins, New Mexico United have been the opening goal in all 5 of those games. It has turned into a deluge here in Irvine. It was already a hectic first half and added some precipitation, and that mayhem and chaos might be kicked up another notch, if that's even possible. Worth reminding you, John Motto is the man center of the pitch, which unfortunately for him, his job gets more difficult with the rain coming in, because you're going to have players losing their footing, slipping around. Might be harder to gauge intent if a player knocks another player down, because it might entirely be accidental loss of balance. I already saw some slippage in the first half.
Well, I think I might have jinxed a little bit. I talked about how I'd never seen a bad night to play in Orange County. And I think right after I said that, it started dumping rain. But that should only add to the pace of this game, especially when there's a wet surface. Watch for the ball. It's going to move a lot quicker. Players are going to be slipping. Players are going to be sliding a little bit. So it should only add to the chaos that we saw here in the first half.
And here we go. 45 more minutes. Will they be as chaotic as the first 45? Off to a good start. Immediately the ball given away, in Orange County trying to ask a question. A skipping effort will glance off target, but it did bounce off a New Mexico United player, so a corner kick just moments into this one.
Well, again, it's Orange County applying that pressure on the bright start in the first half, or in the second half. And these are difficult elements to play in, so this possession base for New Mexico is going to make it even harder, especially the way that Orange County's been flying numbers at the ball.
This corner kick taken in the 46th minute is presented by Cityside Fiber. But they're going to need a ball to take the corner kick. The rain coming down. Klein McKinnon took all the set pieces in the first half, but he's relinquishing the right to Benalcazar here on this one. Nico Benalcazar sending this one in, knocked out. Rolling service, knocked away by New Mexico. Good defending there from Fernando. And right in front of that one.
He thought about having to go as well. That first touch, he was trying to set himself up for a shot.
Persistence, played in centrally. New Mexico United on their heels right now, but they could spring a counterattack now. Akale hits the brakes, and will now switch the point of attack over. Fernando enters the 18. Fernando still plays it towards goal, hits the side netting.
I would have liked to see Fernando try to take him on 1v1 and cut that inside. If you know you're going to shoot, I'm sure it's his preferred left foot. But once you take that touch to the outside, once you take that touch to your left foot, you're cutting down your angle. There's not a lot of goal to shoot at when you're in that position. Maybe try to cut that back inside so the goal opens up a little bit more, and that way you can find the far post. But once you take that touch too far to his left, it just cuts down his angle.
I appreciate you all tuning in here, whatever avenue you're watching through, including if you're the watch party at the Sania Casino and Resort in New Mexico. Hope you're having a good time, and in the positive if you're doing any of the casino activities.
Winners for all, hopefully.
New Mexico United on the build. Akale, play it out to the right-hand side. Quickly played in centrally. Knocked away by Santos. Whistle blows and a free kick for the home team. The Orange County SC Foundation's second annual golf tournament on the tee with OCSC is taking place Wednesday, May 28th at Arroyo Trabuco Golf Course in Mission Viejo. Spots are going fast, so make sure to sign your foursome up to play at orangecountysoccer.com under the Foundation tab. Scott switches it over to the right. That's going to be a yellow card given here to Zalalem. You mentioned he was on a short leash in the first half, and so first point of contact here in the second. He's in the books, his third yellow card of the season.
Yeah, this one was a long time coming. There's been 2 or 3 fouls already after the play. You know that the referee had his name on his mind. And here it is again. Just a little bit of a tactical foul there, but just anything from behind, worth a yellow card. Maybe not necessarily that challenge, but when you're talking about the accumulation of fouls that he's had throughout the course of this game, that's been a yellow card that's been a long time coming.
It's been stacking up, as one might say. So our first booking here in the second half. 2 yellow cards now to 2 members of the midfield for New Mexico United, Jabang and Zalalem. Dunbar dancing around with the ball, still with it. Dunbar disarmed.
Oh, it's a good bit of skill there from Dunbar, taking on 2, 3 defenders. It was that 4th defender that came in and ultimately cleared it out. Maybe 1 too many touches. He didn't have many places to go, but when you find yourself in the box like that, taking on players, try the best you can, try to find another outlet pass, but a good bit of skill there. Even better recovery defense there from the 4th defender for New Mexico.
I am holding my breath watching these teams build out from the back right now, because any moment a slip could take place, whether it be whilst executing the pass or when you're bringing the pass into your foot.
Well, New Mexico, they want to play their style. They build out of the back, doesn't matter the elements. I'm sure as this game goes on, if the scoreline holds, they might change their tune a little bit, but
this one rolled over right-hand side, played back. It's a deflected shot. And it's off an arm, so it's going to be a penalty kick. New Mexico United once again earning a point to the spot.
And it looks like it's Santos again who's going to be the guilty party on this one. As we get another look at it, it's a good cutback ball here. It's a good spot for it. And it's just that slide. His arm's detached from his body again. He slides to try and block the shot, but it's that arm. His arm's over his head. The referee sees it hit his arm, and because it's not attached to his body once again, I think that one might have been more credit to the rain, just how slippery the grass is. On his slide, he goes to block that shot, but his arm is left behind. It's left over his head, and the shot looks like it deflects off of his arm. The referee gives a shot for a penalty.
So certainly some complaints and some contending happening on the bench. One of the assistant coaches for New Mexico getting a yellow card. What a sequence of events. And it's Talon Maples who converted the first one, who will get the opportunity to double the advantage here. Both from the penalty spot, both from handballs. And Talon Maples doubles the advantage. New Mexico United on the road, up comfortably now.
As we get another look at the sequence here, it's good build-up play from New Mexico. It's this cutback ball. It's a brilliant ball. Runner trailing on top of the box. Santos comes sliding across, and it's that arm. That arm is extended. There's no doubt about it. The referee makes a good call. Not as much hesitation this time from Maples. He takes a little bit more of a direct approach, hits it with power across his body. Always difficult for a goalkeeper, especially when you're facing a penalty kick taker for the second time. Tough to know where he's going to go, if he's going to change up his approach, what he's going to do in his approach to the ball, if he's going to change up his strategy. And on this one, it's a little bit more direct. He still has that hesitation step, but instead of waiting for the goalkeeper to make a move, he hits it with power across his body. Credit Maples, 2 good finishes on penalty kicks, and unfortunately for Santos, that's 2 handballs that he's going to wish he could get back.
3 changes taking place here for Orange County, and much needed, down 2 goals. You've got Chris Hagert, Bryce Jamison, and Ethan Zubak all coming into the game. And if that's not a message of what they're going for here, then I don't know what is. That is offense, offense, offense.
With 3 attacking-minded substitutes here, they need to get a goal back. You don't need to force it, though. That's the important thing for Orange County. 2-0 lead. You know that New Mexico is going to just continue to still play their style of play. They want to build in possession. They want to keep the ball. But get some fresh legs on from Orange County in the attack. Be a little bit more direct in your attack, a little bit more dynamic when you throw in a player like Jamison out wide. Give him the opportunity to take players on 1v1.
So, Partita, Traeger, and Dunbar will all take their leave. Hagert, Jamison, and Zubak are in. So these substitutions presented by MediQuip, turning setbacks into comebacks. Here's some confirmation of those changes being made by Danny Stone. Hager. It's been an even game between these two sides, but the scoreline would suggest something different. It's both the beauty and the cruelty of this game.
Orange County has had their opportunities in this game. I mean, Shakes has done well as a goalkeeper standing on his head, but there's been other opportunities as well where they've turned them over, not able to get shots off. Just not being able to take advantage of those opportunities, and you have to give credit to New Mexico. 2 shots on goal. Of course, they were both penalty kicks, which makes it a little bit easier, but making the most of those opportunities when they find themselves in the positions to get themselves in front of that Orange County net.
From those 2 handballs, the first one, pretty inexcusable if you're Coa Santos, but that second one is a pretty tough break. Service, lopped it inside.
You can see what Santos was trying on that. He wanted to come across, slide, try to block that shot.
Santos does well to keep it in play. Jamison makes a move. Bryce Jamison plays it in center. Poked back in by Hagert. And now cleared away by New Mexico.
And that's the dynamic that Jamison brings into this game. 1v1 attacker, get him out wide, put him in 1v1 situations so he could drive at that defender and try to get those crosses off.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. You can hear games, you can hear USL All Access with Mike Watson, Devin Kerr. A lot of fun stuff there. Here's Jamison again. Out to Hagert. We'll roll this one ahead. Jamison trying to turn on the burners, but the first one there is Chris Gloucester. Want to join us for our next Beer Fest of the season? Then make sure to join us Saturday, May 24th for our Fiesta de Beer Fest, as we host the Colorado Switchbacks for an epic redemption match. Visit orangecountysoccer.com/tickets to secure your tickets today. And if you can't make it to the game, you'll be able to watch it on KCal 9, a local CBS affiliate in Los Angeles. It'll kick off at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and will be the first ever Orange County game broadcast on live TV in LA. So a big moment for Orange County. I'll have myself and Marion Crowder on that one. So looking forward to that one. But of course, still have 30 more minutes of exciting footy to be played here tonight. We talked about it earlier, Jeff. It is certainly the identity of this New Mexico United team to build from the back, and they aren't typically ones to compromise that identity. But you're up 2-0 on the road. At some point, maybe you opt to just push the ball up the pitch and not risk that careless giveaway, our style. And he thinks that that's a great way to instill confidence in players, that no matter the circumstances, the coaching staff and your teammates all have faith that you're going to play your game no matter the circumstances.
Well, that's how you continue to develop your identity as a team, right? Doesn't matter the situation. If you want to play your style, you're going to play it regardless of where you are, what the scoreline is. That's how you build that confidence. That's really how you start to build, especially towards the end of the season. This is exactly how we want to do things. For me, honestly, the most impressive performance tonight from this New Mexico side is the fact that they weren't able to play the way that they wanted to play. Orange County, to start this game, all the way up until that second penalty kick, was throwing numbers forward and really disrupting the way that New Mexico, the style of play. So the recipe there for Orange County was right. They were disrupting plays, they were creating turnovers, they were creating different chances, but New Mexico did a good job. Shakes made some big time saves. They did a great job of weathering that storm and just being opportunistic with the opportunities they were able to create.
The ability to adapt to a match and adapt to what cards are dealt to you, whether it be personnel or the way the game is unfurling. I mean, that's the sign of a team that can contend in a league, because as the season goes along, elements change, but you have to be responsive in all of those moments.
And there's a lot of game left here, so I'm not saying that this thing is over by any stretch of the imagination, but to go on the road and play against a team that is good at home, to be up 2-0 against a team that really disrupted your style of play the way that they did, and be able to adapt to that and still be able to manage this 2-0 lead and have confidence in that. These types of results, if this is able to hold, again, a lot of game left, but these are the types of things that go a very long way. Confidence within the group, confidence in the style of play, all of those things are huge in games like this.
Gloucester up the pitch, and that's with Zico Bailey. Jabang chips it up for Bailey. Bailey's knocked over. Ref sends play on. New Mexico United looking for more variety in the way they score goals. Dennis Sanchez saying dead ball situations, set pieces. It's not just the run of play where we need to have that uptick in goal production. I'm sure he didn't forecast 2 penalty kicks being the 2 goals they score 60 minutes into this one, but you have to take what opportunities are presented to you. And in both situations, you've highlighted that they were well-worked opportunities, and it begged of something from Orange County, and in both cases, it ended up being a handball. Makale plays it out wide, quickly pushed forward, and that'll be easy pickings for Colin Shuttler. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Orange County been looking Bryce Jamison's way a lot since he subbed into this match. The player who is bound for the Colorado Rapids at the end of the year. That doesn't change his spot on this team for Orange County. Danny Stone saying that, look, it's about consistency now. He's proven the ceiling he's got and how dangerous he can be, but can he be more dangerous than not in each and every game? And he still has to fight for a spot every single match. And there he is getting a yellow card, so his first of the season.
Just a tactical foul here from Jamison. Recognizes that New Mexico has space in front of him. Opts to pull him back, pick up that yellow card. It's good tactical awareness there from the young player.
Free kick incoming for New Mexico United. Some big saves on one end by Chris Shakes. And 2 penalty kicks have pushed them into the lead. It's Bailey and Akale by the ball. Akale curls it in, trickles through. And Kalen Ryden tried to knife it back in center. Nothing to become of that. Fernando back to Bailey. Ryden. Rolls it out to the left-hand side. It's Gloucester once again. We're starting to enjoy more of the Pico. It's a lovely ball through the middle. Among! Denied by Shuttler. His former teammate keeping him from scoring.
This is a potentially game-saving save here from Shuttler. Among, it's a good timed run. He's right in between the 2 center backs, nothing but space in front of him. Once he opens up that hip, Shuttler sticks his leg out, closes him down in that 1v1 situation, makes it tough for the forward. And that's something that if Orange County is able to get a goal in this game, get themselves back into it, let's bookmark that save, because that was a big-time moment. 2-0 is way different from 3-0. Big-time save there from Shuttler.
And that's going to be the last action of the evening for Thomas Among.
A goal that I'm sure he would have loved to have against his former team. He does everything right, finds some space in between the center backs, but credit Shuttler for that big-time save.
These substitutions are presented by Mediquip, turning setbacks into comebacks. Let's break them all down for you. Liam McKinnon out, Benjamin Barjolo in the game. Thomas Among out, Daniel Bruce into the game. And then lastly, we have got Gideon Zelalem stepping out and Tomas Pandeka stepping in. First 2 changes of the evening for the visitors. Another change personnel-wise for the home side. Some consistent rain has been coming down here at the Champ. Over 20 minutes left to go in this one. 2 penalty kicks have given New Mexico United the advantage. Check out all the new arrivals for the 2025 season. This week's new arrivals features the Back to the Blue collection, including a royal blue and orange scarf and fan favorite Sportic Ultra Cozy hoodies and t-shirts. Visit OCSCshop.com as this one's played up and palmed over the crossbar.
I think I need to take back everything that I said about a goalkeeper not having rhythm in a game, because Shakes has been absolutely standing on his head. He has done everything right tonight. This ball out wide here from Jamison. He finds himself out wide. Again, dangerous player in these spaces. Look at this deflection. takes a wicked deflection. He's playing like he's going to cut out a cross. He's off of his line. It takes that deflection. He shuffles his feet back, able to get that palm over the ball. Big time performance here from the goalkeeper.
This corner kick taken in the 70th minute is presented by Cityside Fiber. Chris Hagert will provide the service. A lot of air under that ball. Shuttler with some pressure from Akale. Trying to get more involved in the build-up. Give them another man. And Akale has been sprung free. Mukweli Akale all by himself. Ultimately a lackluster shot. Colin Shuttler easily takes care of it.
It's good transitional defense there from Scott, the midfielder. He's had a few moments tonight as well where he's been able to cut out those counter-attacking opportunities for New Mexico, making life difficult. Looked like it would have been a 1v1, but he does a good job transitionally, defensively, gets his body on the attacker, shields him off the ball, makes it a difficult shot.
Bargiolo keeps it in play. Benjamin Bargiolo is just dismounted off the ball. Good defending there. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Fernando over to the left channel. Fernando drills that one inside. That one had a lot of heat on it. Bailey to his right. Akale tried to split the defenders there. New Mexico United looking to take 3 points on the road. Got another road trip coming up against the Oakland Roots after this. Two great venues to go play in, Championship Soccer Stadium and then the Oakland Coliseum. That being said, who do they love playing there in Albuquerque? Such a great fan base and organization, New Mexico United. Dennis Sanchez seems eternally grateful to be a part of this club. Had nothing but nice things to say about the community, about the club's front office. He said it's such an honor to represent this club, and we'll hold that thought. Orange County on the prowl, a diving defending block. No contact with the arm, at least not according to our head official.
Just getting a look at it here, turnover. Good opportunity, shot from distance. But again, it's the goal scorer. Maple's doing a good job getting his body in front of it. I thought on the initial look in, it might have hit it off his arm, but no type of arguments from Orange County. The referee was all over it.
Player on the left-hand side going down for Orange County. I believe that's Dogman. It'll be a free kick for the hosts. Shuttler back in his own penalty area. Look to start the build-up. Jabang out to his right. Starting to get to the point in the game where New Mexico United can enjoy possession, and it just grates at the heads of Orange County, because every second long becomes, again, led the league in passes. So we've been talking about how much they enjoy possession, and they are the best at it of anybody in the league. Here's a substitution for the visitors. Will Seymour will step in for Chris Gloucester. Over out there at the fullback position. This substitution presented by MediQuip, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Well, this is dangerous territory for Orange County. You want to press, you want to throw high numbers out there. The field's getting heavy, the rain's coming down. A little bit harder to press. I know that they made those subs, those offensive subs, to try to get those fresh legs in, but it's hard to maintain that energy. You're down 2-0. Tough elements to be playing in at the moment. And this is where New Mexico, they can spread you out more. If you're not throwing those high numbers pressing, they can move the ball around side to side, pass you to death the way that they want to, and try to kill this game out. That's what makes them so difficult when they have a lead, especially when you're up 2-0.
Trippage and free kick incoming. Looking for the most flexible way to come down to the champ in 2025? Our 10-ticket flex packs are just what you need. Use these 10 tickets to attend multiple games with a friend, or grab your friends and family and use them all in one match. The choice is yours. It's flexible. Grab yours today at orangecountysoccer.com/flexpacks. Flex-packs, I should say. One-timer from Akale, sprayed to the right-hand side. Could be a wind-up effort here. Instead, goes to the left. Fernando. Playing it back to Lindsay. Akale not letting up. And that pressure ultimately results in New Mexico United getting the ball back. Fernando. Slippage will not result in loss of the ball. Pondeka able to maintain as Fernando back up top to Akale. Tried to pick out a corner, but ends up being a sputtering shot for Shuttler to claim.
And that's a good display. The final shot wasn't there. It ended up going to the goalkeeper, Shuttler, but look at this build-up play. 1-2 touch passes, Fernando with that cutback. It's a good shot on goal. Shuttler able to make the easy save comfortably, but that's what a possession-based team can do, right? They can pass you to death defensively, but if in the build-up, it's those 1-2 quick passes, cutback, shot on goal. That's exactly what New Mexico wants to do. That's the type of team that they're trying to build into. And everything was there except for that final product hitting the back of the net, but it's great build-up play, especially on top and around the 18-yard box for Orange County.
Daniel Bruce has it knocked away from him. This one, Pondeka gets a piece of it. Bruce persisted, and it'll be a goal kick. Enter the Brinks Tires Tailgate Kit Sweepstakes for a chance to win a prize pack worth up to $3,000. Scan the QR code on screen to enter today. Akale putting this one up. Oh, it's to Fernando, and Fernando with some nifty footwork may have just put this one to bed. Do a little jig. That's what he did in front of the goalkeeper.
And 3 goals on the road for this New Mexico team. Orange County, after that second goal, they became a little bit lifeless, but look at this ball from Akale, just right over the top, and it's a misplay here in the back line. And unfortunately, again, it's Santos. Bad things come in threes. Akale tries to play this ball in over the top. Santos, he either tries to redirect it back to his goalkeeper for Shuttler to play it out, but Fernando's right there. And look at this cheeky little finish here from Fernando. A little bit of a step over, a little bit of a jig that we just saw in the goal. We saw it as well in the dance and the celebration. A cheeky little finish, but it's opportunistic again from this New Mexico side. 3-0 on the road. Just an overall great performance so far from this New Mexico team. And it's Fernando with the cheeky little finish. Steps over the ball, flicks it up with his back foot. Not much the goalkeeper Schuller could do there. He's left stranded off of that turnover.
Been a night to forget for Coa Santos, and his night is over. He is subbed out for Mohamedou War. This substitution presented by Mediquip, turning setbacks into comebacks.
And not Santos' night tonight. The 2 penalty kicks and then the turnover there as well. He's a good player. He'll have to shake it off. He's a pro. He'll adapt to it, but definitely a learning lesson for the defender here tonight for Orange County.
Yeah, a recent acquisition for the team after Grayson Duty went out for the season, which Danny Stone bemoaned to us when we got to chat with him. Such a big piece lost. But it is a great player that you can just find out on the market to plug into that spot in Coa Santos, coming over from the switchbacks. But, you know, every now and then you have a bad night, but we'll see how he and this team adapt going forward. We appreciate you choosing this game to watch out of the 3 that all kicked off here. The final window of this Saturday slate. Phoenix Rising trying to get a big win over Monterey Bay, up 1-0. Meanwhile, Sacramento Republic 4-0 over Las Vegas Lights. So far, all the trailing teams here in this final kickoff slot have been unable to find any answers. Worth talking about again, Chris Shakes having to step into this game and given the mantle as the starting goalkeeper. Second year with the club after playing at Penn State, where he is 3rd all-time in saves as a Nittany Lion, 273 saves. Also had 23 clean sheets while he was there.
Well, I think the storyline that's going to get lost in this one, of course, Shakes, the goalkeeper, he had big-time saves. When you go up 3-0, you forget about the saves that the goalkeeper made because the scoreline's so different. But Orange County did everything right in the first half. They brought the pressure, they disrupted New Mexico's play, they were able to turn them over, they were high-flying, they were high-pressing. Pretty much exactly what Coach Danny Stone wanted them to do in our conversation is what we saw for those first 45 minutes. It was really that second penalty kick that slowed them down, and you could tell it took the wind out of their sails in terms of how they were trying to play and the pressure they were able to apply. But the game plan was right. Credit New Mexico for responding the way that they did, finding those opportunities on those penalty kicks and making the most of them, but the game plan was there. They drew it up right. They had the opportunities, but again, just like in that North Carolina game, unable to finish those opportunities in front of the net ends up being the difference in this one. It's a big frustration foul there.
Tensions boiling here. Hager given the yellow card after some more nifty footwork from Fernando. It's Hagert's 3rd yellow card of the season. See Fernando here once again.
Just some frustration here from Hager. Fernando with some nifty footwork ends up with the nutmeg from the on-charging defender. Hager drags him down. Easy yellow card there for the referee.
You know, that 3rd goal for New Mexico United, how much does that change the perception of this game for New Mexico? Because coming into this match, although they've been tough to break down, they've also struggled to find the back of the net. And obviously winning the game 2-0 would have been nice, but both of them coming from the penalty spot. As this one is chopped in, played towards goal. Schuttler was in the right spot.
Well, I think this game does wonders for New Mexico's confidence. You talk about seeing the ball hit in the back of the net. but also just the fact that they were able to adapt in the fly in this game. The possession wasn't there for the first half. They were able to still get that goal. They were able to defend enough to make sure that they weren't able to get on the scorecard. And we just talk about building into the style of play that you want to play, turning into your team with that identity. Anytime you can go on the road and have a resounding win the way that they have here tonight in Orange County, which we talked about in the open, is a very difficult place to play. Orange County's record here is very strong. This is not a place where teams come in and win, and especially walk over a team like Orange County. So this is a huge moment for confidence. This is a very week-to-week league. Any team can beat any team on any given week. So you don't want to get too overly confident just based off of one result, but I can tell you the flight home will be a very fun one for New Mexico.
For sure.
And these are the moments you're up 3-0. This is where you get to try to find some serious joy in the way that you like to play, especially possession-based. You have a little bit more fun with it when you're up 3-0.
Fernando has definitely had some fun. Able to display some of his character and swagger on the ball. Just to close off that thought that I was formulating earlier, you win the game 2-0, both of which are penalty kicks. You still have a little bit of that question of, well, you know, we're still trying to figure out how to find the back of the net, and 2 penalty kicks isn't exactly the formula for success. But then you get that third goal, and perhaps that could start the onslaught of offensive success in games moving forward.
Well, they had other opportunities as well, right, from the run of play. Shetler made a couple big saves on a couple breakaways. So the buildup has been there, the style of play is there. And now that they're seeing the ball hit the back of the net, doesn't matter if it's a penalty, doesn't matter if it's in the run of play. It's just a matter of finding that confidence, knowing that your team can score. They're not going to care how they scored, but seeing 3-0 is going to do wonders for them.
But now Kazar rolls it up ahead. It'll be Benal Kazar again. Scott will now play it inside. A sifting ball, booted away. Looking like 2 more changes for New Mexico United incoming. And you mentioned being able to enjoy the match a little bit here, up 3-0. And they're giving themselves another reason to enjoy themselves here, because we're going to get a debut. Look at number 42 there, Jay Sayas, stepping into the game on an academy contract, making his debut with the first team. 19 years old, from Albuquerque proper. Mackenzie Gaines will also sub into the match. Not quite his first rodeo, the 27-year-old, having played at the MLS level.
Well, it's a big moment. Anytime you're able to get an academy player on the field, especially a local product, I'm sure this is exciting for everybody within the organization. A good opportunity for a coach to provide this player with this opportunity.
This substitution presented by MediQuip, turning setbacks into comebacks. A chance to reward the kid for putting in the hard work and training, playing with the first teamers. Jamison with a couple of moves. Scott will get knocked down. More scuffling taking place. A lot of aggravation here for Orange County. And New Mexico United up to respond with some fervor of their own. If you're either of these sides now, you don't want to take something that's going to affect you in the next game from this point on.
As we get another look at it here.
Ouch.
Trying Scott, I know what Scott's doing here. He's trying to draw that yellow card. Being too close to the free kick, but there's really no need for that. That's a frustration foul across the board. New Mexico has every right to be upset with that. Responding properly for their teammate, trying to stick up and defend their teammate. But I understand what Scott's doing there. I don't think he's trying to injure the player, but when you have that opportunity, players close to the free kick like that, you hit the ball, get the other player a yellow card. Definitely didn't need to be hit with that much pace, though.
Yeah. Combine the tactical decision with some frustration there.
And it's been boiling over for Orange County. This is a game that I think that they would have felt good about taking all 3 points in. Honestly, I think that in the first half they were the better team. But when you're having to play against a possession-based team for the last 25 minutes or so, and they've been moving the ball with nothing but joy, you're down 3-0. The frustration is definitely setting in.
Yellow card going to be issued here by our head official, John Motto. Given to Tomas Pondeka.
And that's for that initial free kick, and that's what Scott was trying to do. He's trying to draw that yellow card.
And we're going to get another yellow card here. That looks to have been to Bruce, but we'll wait confirmation on that one. So now after the conferring, the cards are being dished out for that scramble. Always wise for the official to get all the angles from his assistants and from the fourth official and get a gauge on who all were guilty.
Yellow cards for all.
Lots of yellow cards, but it's the yellow team. That'll have all of the joy in the way this one has gone. We're going to snap a 2-game losing spill. And they'll flip it around emphatically here on the road. And we're going to get 3 minutes of stoppage time presented by Zulfagari Law Firm. And already a minute of those 3 has tacked away. So 2 more before this game hits its conclusion. Orange County maybe searching for something at the close here. New Mexico United now over in the other direction. Hitting the brakes. Spills back to Pondeka. And now they'll occupy the attacking half. There's the Academy kid. Wipes out on the grass. Been a slippery night. Everybody at some point in time has let the field get the better of them. Mexico United after this one will go on the road to play the Oakland Roots. It'll be another home game, another opportunity for Orange County to bounce back next week against Colorado Springs Switchbacks. You'll be able to watch that either on ESPN Plus or if you're in the LA area, KCAL 9. The 3 minutes have transpired. And New Mexico United go on the road and get 3 goals and 3 points. A big result for Dennis Sanchez's side.
And this is a result for a New Mexico side that's going to carry a long way in the course of this season. We've talked about how tight the Western Conference is. Going on the road in a difficult place to play like Orange County, getting all 3 points and winning in the fashion that they did. Orange County did a good job of disrupting their style of play early in this game. They had their chances, but they weren't ruthless. That's what we talked about in the open. You need to be ruthless with your opportunities. And this is 2 games in a row that they haven't been able to put the ball into the back of the net despite creating the opportunities. But for me, this game is all about New Mexico. Their resilience, the way that they were able to build up, get themselves into the game, get the most of that penalty kick. And then again, once they took that lead, it was extremely hard for Orange County to find any joy and get themselves back into this game. So real positive result for New Mexico. And for Orange County, it's back to the drawing board about trying to put your chances in the back of the net.
Let's take a look at our Orange County man of the match presented by Takeria Oi. And it's going to be Colin Shuttler. 4 saves in this one for the home team. Won't be enough to get the result they're looking for, but still a good shift for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, not much Shuttler could have done in this game. He had some big-time saves, couple breakaway saves to keep his team in it when the scoreline was at 2-0. But when you face 2 penalty kicks, when you face a goal off of a turnover, there's not much the goalkeeper could do, but he did his job tonight. He did a good job standing on his head, trying to keep his team in the game. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the Orange County team.
And with that in mind, we're now going to step aside for one more break. Still have our post-game thoughts to get to you here on ESPN+. Tonight's final score is presented by Raising Cane's. New Mexico United 3, Orange County SC 0. We'll see you in a moment.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
At the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
Is tonight's final score presented by Raising Cane's. New Mexico United on the road. 3 goals, 3 points for Dennis Sanchez's side. Mark Schoenster, Jeff Attinella with you one more time to give you some post-game thoughts here. Tonight's full-time highlights, are presented by Omega Accounting.
And this was the first one of the game, and it was a penalty kick. Santos leaves his hand up, leaves it exposed. And this was really the turning point in this game, because up until this point, Orange County was having a lot of joy. But look at this finish here from Maples. Calm, cool, and collected from the center back. Throws off the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper can do nothing about it. Once he leans to the right, the ball ends up going to his left. There's no way he's going to be able to bounce back from that. And this is really the goal that changed the game. And this is one of the ones that really slowed down Orange County's momentum. They had a bright start in the second half, and in the 52nd minute, again, unfortunately for Santos, the defender, he has that arm exposed when he's sliding, trying to block the shot. And this time, Maples, instead of doing the hesitation, he hits it with power across his body. Nothing that the goalkeeper can do on that one as well. He's anticipating some type of stutter step, starting to see the same thing, but Maples this time opts to go hard across his body, buries it into the side netting, and then this one was just for good measure. As the ball comes in here, again, unfortunately, the defender Santos tries to place it back to the goalkeeper. Fernando does a good job of taking the opportunity, seeing the turnover, and look at this cheeky little finish just to put the exclamation mark on the 3 points. Overall, phenomenal performance here on the road from New Mexico, taking all 3.
For the 24-year-old goalkeeper. With that in mind, though, this is where the show ends for the night and where our shows end on this Saturday slate. Got 2 more games tomorrow in the USL Championship, so be sure to lock right back in. But for this show, for our entire broadcasting crew, Jeff Attinella, my name is Mark Schoenster. We hope you had a fantastic time watching this one. A high-octane affair between New Mexico United and Orange County. Your final score, 3-0. Have a good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.